Hello, you beautiful people. Happy Monday. One more week has passed by, so just like we do this every single week, we have a lot of good stuff coming in. We're gonna evaluate the economic news calendar. We're gonna take a look at what the charts presented us last week, and we're gonna, of course, go through every single market that we have interest in as a weekly outlook to give you some more insight, to give you details into what we're expecting this week. So leave a like to this video, subscribe to the channel. I would highly appreciate it, and let's dig in. Basically, we're looking at a very rough week for trading purposes, which is FOMC later on Wednesday and non-farm payroll on Friday. So that means that basically we only have 2 days to be looking to trade with and to execute the chart, right? So only looking for a possibility to trade on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday being off, Thursday being a circus ride, and Friday NFP releases itself. So we're not really interested in taking any orders overall next week because we have a change of the month also. So basically just we're expecting a pretty awful week without much interest. And looking at the more close outline of the news events, Monday is just gonna rock and roll for forex because of so many euro news. Otherwise it was exactly the same, but Wednesday calms down a little bit with Fed Chair FOMC conference at night, and nothing too interesting in terms of what my expectations are gonna be at, right? So yeah, I'm gonna start with drawing it out, and then once I draw it out, I'm gonna give you some feedback on what is happening here. Let's jump right into this. So for treasury bonds, otherwise indices, otherwise 10-year bonds, I'm looking at a few things, right? So we are already trading below equilibrium here, right? I like the draw lower, which we got the last 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, right? Which is brilliant. Suspect here. I was really expecting this weekly fair value gap to be hit. But at the same time, we have to appreciate the fact that we're trading in a discount already. And right now I'm going to be looking at a few things, right? So we have a volume imbalance right here, right? That can easily draw the price in for the price to continue lower. Second line of defense for bearishness that I'm still expecting is this 50% of the wick. And if we start closing below it, my kind of if the chart does this, we're gonna go towards 11627. I'm not too keen on that, but it might easily happen. Otherwise, my expectation is kind of like that, right? I'm still expecting lower prices here. I'm not looking for a bottom. The only thing indicating a bit of roughness is a 4-hour chart, where we have a 4-hour inversion happening right after the sell side was taken away from us right here. Right, so it might easily push us up towards the volume imbalance, and then we have to see whether we reverse here, whether we go towards sell side again, or we push towards the consequent encroachment of the daily wick, or even higher into the 50% of that weekly. So still bearish on bonds, but I would like some retracement to pan out, right? But long term we're still not looking for a bottom. That weekly fair value gap has to get filled. Now looking at the dollar index, right? For me this looks very simple. So let's go through a few things, right? I'm very happy with us kind of looking to close above this monthly fair value gap. If we do that, so the month closes on Tuesday this upcoming week, right? I think draw on liquidity goes towards 107,993 right away. We're gonna continuously push higher here, right? I'm happy with that, and I'm very happy with that because we have the 50% of the weekly fair value gap holding in the price as well. So this is the fair value gap I'm looking at. Consequent encroachment of that should be on your chart. And then I'm going into daily. This is just beautiful, and this is where my expectation for bonds to continue lower comes in as well, because we literally just inverted a daily fair value gap. We bounced off here. I like the structure. Nothing here indicates bearishness for me. The only thing that could happen, we still could trade into this breaker block from 4-hour chart. But closing basis, everything above this at monthly 105, 360. This is just beautiful. I'm in love with this in a way, right? I like what I see. But real quick as well, let's go into, we won't go into hourly, because hourly and stuff we're gonna do, let's do 4 hours, and then with 4 hours we stop, because then it gets a bit messy. I like what I see here. IFD right here as well, right? This is good. I like what I see. Also taking weekly chart holds in the price, so this is beautiful. I usually rather do this Monday morning when the market is already open. It's a little bit easier for me to handle it, but you have to do it early, before the market actually starts moving, before the market starts showing its way, let's say, because you don't want to do this in a reactive manner, right? You want to stay on top of this in a way. So this I'm not interested anymore. So we have a massive 1 hour for value gap here, which we're cool. We're gonna be able to deal with that. Friday range was massive as well. Take a look at that, right? A lot of sell side ran through. We still have buy stops resting above. So my very simple expectation on dollar index is just for it to continue higher. And so this is the 1 hour chart for you guys in terms of pushing the market to the upside. It allowed it to go for buy stops very quickly as well. Midnight we moved through. We don't need this anymore. It's quite lovely as well if you take a look like how the weekly chart showed its way in a way, right? We opened right here, took out buy stops, started pushing lower, which is beautiful. Wednesday we consolidate. Thursday just a little bit of hectic prices, but we left a lot of sell side open right here, right? Bam, pushed through it with this wick, and very nicely close higher. At the same time, we closed literally at where we opened for the week itself. The weekly candle didn't do much, but still happy with this. This is very nice price delivery. This won't be the current new week opening gap anymore for me. It's just gonna be an old new week opening gap, right? So we're good here. We're gonna prep the Asian range tomorrow, 15 minutes. I'm just happy with the price going higher from here, so nothing too much for me. A few things to note about Euro, right? Few things I like, few things I don't, right? So on daily chart, on weekly chart, we took so much sell side. I'm still interested in daily liquidity resting below. I think we can easily draw into this just from where we are at right now. That shouldn't be too much of a problem for the market to deliver. But on daily, this is where it becomes a little bit weird in terms of a daily fair value gap that we were kind of expecting to allow the market to punch into this weekly and go lower. Just got inverted, right? You have to notice that. And with that inversion also we offered a fair value gap here that pushed the market to the upside again late in Friday, but this breaker block is holding in the price. So I think for Euro USD, I'm gonna say it out loud that I'm not gonna be too keen on this and too interested on this. There's not gonna be much participation for me. Expectation though, yes, lower. I want to see lower prices here. Do the boring part first, and then let's dig into the real stuff, right? I'm keeping that because it's right above the 50% level, right? But more or less we have previous day high here, previous day low here. So this really expanded the market, right? It really allowed the market to take both buy stops and sell stops resting below. Which for now, last line of defense for shorts is right here. Do we just continue lower from here? I'm not able to say. But this is a beautiful inversion on hourly, right? I like that. Breaker block held in the price as well, so let's go into 15 minutes. This was a beautiful setup here in terms of YouTube 2022 panning out. We had the market taking up on the buy side resting above, right? Break of structure. This is a swing low that we were working with, and then we have a 15-minute short entry that we called on Discord, right? A bit of a massive trade in terms of stop loss and possible take profit, but markets very much delivered last week in Euro. So let's move the midnight price, right? Somewhere around here. That 15-minute here, I'll keep it just for my notes, right? When the markets open up tomorrow, if I'm interested in this or not. And I'll trade, and all this stuff we can probably move. Let's say 15 minutes again, nothing too interesting otherwise. I'm just gonna be expecting lower prices. If we continue pushing higher, we do, it's fine, but I'm only gonna be interested in going short on this pair. Nothing else. There's a few things that we have to notice about GBP USD, right? So higher prices were expected, that we were talking about it over the weekly overview last week, weekly outlook, right? Because sell side was taking, we were looking for this to get inverted to allow the market to push higher. We literally got that on Wednesday, right? Tuesday closed above it, Wednesday went in, pushed it up. What I don't like is that I wanted the price to stop here without inverting this fair value, yeah, right? I wanted these highs not to, these closing prices not to go above this, or it to continue lower, just like we're expecting. So very simply, from what I'm seeing here right now, GBP USD next week, I'm not touching it. If I am, I'm just putting very low risk on this. There's zero interest from me in terms of the price delivery. So let me do the hourly now, the boring part, right? Playing with the lines, just playing with fair value gaps and everything, but we'll have to do it. So let's push this till Thursday or so. And you see how this is interesting, right? I talk about stuff like this non-stop, every day, all the time. Nothing in the market is random. Everything happens for a reason. And you see how shitty the price is in terms of where we are at. We're neither at real equilibrium, we're neither at real value, we're just somewhere in between, running around in a way, right? And guess what? We're dealing with NFP and FOMC next week at the same time, one after another. How random is it that the price is just not up to standard? And you take a look at the economic news event calendar and you see that the price is actually gonna be bullshit because of the news drivers. Nothing here is random. Everything happens for a reason, guys. So I think the market here is just gonna push higher. So I'm not gonna look at this inversion at 10 o'clock. I'm just gonna put this, expecting it to push the price to the upside. And if so, this is for my notes. If we do that, then it's very easy. Buy stops resting above 26200, probably even, right? With the ease. But if we trade below this, bias changes right away. We're gonna go towards 24350, then to 24200s, even 400s probably, right? So this is gonna be very important for the upcoming week. This is a very good fair value gap to be dealing with. 1 hour 15. Let's see. But I say this every single time. It all depends on where the market. That's the main dependency for it, right? I don't see much more. The only thing that I'm gonna note that sell side taken. That's why I don't have much interest for the price going lower. But if this gets inverted, then it's easy. It's a very easy read on GU, much easier than what we have on Euro. So looking at that ES or S&P 500, in other words, two things. I'm very happy with this weekly fair value gap forming. I'm very happy we didn't close into previous week's low. Leaving this outside is lovely. We created an inside week as well, guys. So expect volatility the next 3 weeks or so. Right from now, this is very important. What I don't like is just these 3 candles, right? Nothing cool is happening here. It's so many voids and everything. Like, this is not beautiful, but my expectation is very simple. I'm not interested in anything else next week, just for the price to go lower. Yeah. But now let's prep all the good stuff in terms of hourly and yada yada, right? So daily, let's put it out here. We have a lot of sell side resting below. Lots and lots and lots of it, right? Yeah, I like it. This is nice price delivery though, from what we had. We traded massively on this price delivery as well on Friday. So we're just gonna push this through for 1 hour for value gap here. Let's go deeper into 15. Take a look at what we're being dealt with for the rest of yes. So this has to go into your notes. This one, that's gonna be a very important 15 minutes fair value. I'm just gonna keep it in green. Why? Because this is right at the equilibrium, right? If we close below it, bearishness initiates right away. And we have one more out here, right? So gonna be interesting to see. Gonna be interesting to see if we can get something offered. But right now it might just be ranging between these 2 bad boys. How long? Nobody knows. Not even I do. That will be good enough. But this is Friday trading on yes, lovely stuff. So we traded into that 1 hour fair value gap and 50% level of it, inverted, left a breakaway gap, pushed to the upside with a very nice order block holding in the price, right? This was beautiful. Another trade out here that we lost, so we opened 6 positions on Friday. This was the first loser. Even though we were right with the direction, the stop placement was pretty wrong, right? But push this out on your chart, right? Not only there's that 15 minutes fair value gap, on 1 minute chart there's a very big and nice liquidity pool resting right below these lows, right? So put it to your notes, okay? I think we're gonna draw towards that. So what we have to keep in mind, right, is that so for Nasdaq or NQ, what we have to keep in mind that yes, we even though inverted this weekly fair value gap, we pushed to the upside, and nicely enough for us, we left this open. So next week is very simple. We're looking for shorts all week long, and the only break of structure I'm noticing is that if next week if next week closes above this fair value gap right here, then we're drawing towards 18,709 and creating all-time highs. Bam, right? We're gonna get that, but everything below this, I'm not interested in putting any longs on my end. Yeah, very simply. And for daily, this is where it gets a little bit tough to read. What do we have to trust is premium and discount levels, right? So let's Let's use this. We're trading in that premium already, so the market pushing up towards this daily fair value gap and going lower, but expected, right? But we're gonna be expecting this daily fair value gap to hold in the price to allow it to go lower. I think it's very much possible, so I'm gonna be looking for that. Okay, 4 hours, nothing interesting, so let's just fix the 1 hour chart. Not only we have a daily fair value gap, we have 1 hour fair value gap here as well, with some buy stops resting above, so push here before we go lower is very much expected. That would be totally reasonable. What else do we have? Have this 1 hour. I'd love this. Right here. After we take buy stops resting above, this will be my interest. For a possible inversion. Allow the price to go lower from where it is trading at right now, right? But now, yeah, 18 sharp, 1800 sharp. That's my drawn liquidity for now. And then let's go into 15 minutes. We don't have much to work with out here. Let's fix the fair value gaps, and oh yeah, this will be for NQ. And the NQ, you guys know it. If you were with us on Friday, we took a lot of trades. We tried reading the price here, right? Where the delivery was very beautiful, and from Friday notes, I love keeping them over the weekend. And we have to know this sell-side liquidity pool resting below, and not much else, because every other liquidity pool was taken. But we had 3 longs going towards those buy stops resting above, with very beautiful delivery. Like, I love trading this Friday, it was great. But NQ again push to the upside, then we're expecting lower prices. Very easy read on the market. So I very much, guys, you appreciate my time here. Not only we went through what happened last week, we also dove into the power of 3 concepts for the whole weekly range on NQ. I'm gonna try to do this every single week for you guys, and just as always, right, I do this from the bottom of my heart, guys, so any kind of support is very much appreciated. So leave a like to this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna see you later down the line. Good luck and good trading. Bye.